戦争の記憶は年々風化していきます。平和への願いを込めて、ノーモア広島、ノーモア長崎。毎年、夏のオーラルインタープリテーションフェスティバルのフィナーレとして演じられてきたこの作品は、時に20人、25周年記念では、教職員を含めて50名ほどで演じられてきました。今回は8名で読み上げます。
No more Hiroshima, no more Nagasaki.
It's summer again, when we see the clouds burning in the sky, when we find the asteroid roads softened by the heat, when we smell weeds and dust in the wind.
We recall suddenly our feelings of those days, and hear those cries coming from within the flames and under the rubble.
60 years ago, a devout Christian nuclear physicist, Dr. Takashi Nagai, left this poem.
Will I have to depart from this world, leaving this child alone? Oh, the innocent heart of a child, to yearn for the least, the scent of her father, since she has forgotten her mother's, to confirm the father is sleeping, and snuggle up to him stealthily. Does this child realize that although she barely kept her father alive after she was deprived of her mother in war, she was destined to lose him too?
この子を残して、やがて私はこの世を去らねばならぬのか。母の匂いを忘れたゆえ、せめて父の匂いなりともと恋しがり、私の眠りを見定めて、こっそり近寄る幼い心のいじらしさ。戦いの日に母を奪われ、父の命はようやく取り留めたものの、それさえも間もなく失わねばならぬ運命を、この子は知っているのであろうか。
He died, but he strongly believed that suffering has value, not only for the transformation of the world, but for the redemption of the world, and that they did not die in vain, and that thanks to their sacrifice, peace had come to the world.
And 46 years later, in 1991, the then mayor of Nagasaki, Mr. Motojima, made the famous Nagasaki Peace Declaration.
日本の皆さん、世界の皆さん、
people of the world,
長崎の声を聞いて
please
ください。
listen to the message of Nagasaki.
今日は悲しい原爆の
Today is
日。
the sorrowful anniversary of the
46
atomic
年
bombing.
前、
Can you hear
原
the
爆で
cries
あ
of
っという間に死んでいった
who perished
幾万の人々の叫び声が聞こえますか？その後、
Can you hear the
も
laments
だえながらこ
of
の世を
many
去
people
って
who
いった
died in
多
pain
くの
and
人々
misery
の悲し
during
み
the
の声が
following years?
聞こえますか？
Mayor Motojima declares in the end.
It is imperative that we stand up together for the future of humanity, on the premise that
The world is one.
Dr. Nagai's life story and Mayor Motojima's strong declaration came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Japanese during the post-war era who have been struggling to stand up from the debris and rubble. Nagai's prayer has been our common prayer. Motojima's cry has been our cry. But after all these years, has Nagai's prayer been answered?
After all these years, has the world become one, as Motojima wished for the people of the world?
after all these years, has the world freed from the fear of destruction?
The truth of the matter is that for a while, it seems the Cold War had ended for good, but nothing really has changed in substance.
A prophecy says, if a person who is not God starts acting like God, taking his name in vain, he will bring down upon the world, including his own country, an increase in a divine judgment of
rain, hail, snow, wind,
earthquakes,
pestilence,
and famine.
that is already witnessed all over the world.
Hold it! I can hear the witches murmuring.
tongue of dog, without a leg, and no red string.
For charm, powerful trouble, like a hell roast,
Boiling bake.
double, double, toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron marble.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is no laughing matter. The situation is it now, no never. The witch is merely trying to warn us that unless we do something about it, we will lose everything, friend and foe alike.
When lives are lost in a senseless war, bombing your foe won't even a score. When you kill innocent men, children and women, all you're doing is condemning.
The dear departed souls will not rest in peace until all wars have been ceased.
All the hatred and distrust must end if we are to live in peace again. War is death, war is sin, war is cruel. In war, nobody wins.
We can, however, no longer expect the government to stand up for you. For the government, any government is basically based on the East is East and West is West, and never shall the twain meet assumption, not fair to all humankind. What we must strive for is a complete paradigm shift from the Western dichotomy to the Oriental multi one. It is a big shift, and yet with a little bit of imagination on your part, you can make wonders for each other, your country, and for people of the world.
Whoever you think is your enemy, or whatever stranger you happen to be watching on television, when you see him, think for a moment, what if this person is your loved one?
Your father or mother, your brother or your sister, your husband or your wife, your son or your daughter, and think if he or she dies at this very moment, your heart will bleed.
For example, if you see a middle-aged man walking home briskly carrying a huge cake box, each and every feature of him resembling that of your own father, the round shoulder, the way he walks, it's fairly easy for you to imagine his own family waiting for him, and even to identify yourself with one of the children. But if he gets involved in a traffic accident and dies at this very moment, your heart will cry out.
Dad, don't die, please. Come to think of it, anybody is somebody's loved one, isn't he? And only by some quirk of fate, he or she is not your loved one, but could have been.
We are all together on this globe, and if somebody dies, then it diminishes us all that much.
It would be appropriate at this time to remind you once again of the refrain of that famous poem by John Donne, For whom the bell tolls.
何人も一長所にてはあらず、何人も自らにして全きはなし。人は皆苦我の一くれ、本土の一ひら、その一ひらの土くれを波の光で洗いゆけば、洗れしだけ、欧州の土のせるはさながらに、岬のせるなり、長友達や、なれ自らの荘園のせるなり、何人に分かりゆくもこれに似て、自らをそぐに等し。そうは我もまた人類の一部なれば、ゆえにとうなかれ、たがために金はなるやと、そうはながためになるなれば。
No man is an island, an empire of itself.
Every man is a piece of the continent, a part of the main.
If a cloud be washed away by the sea, Europe is a less, as well as if a promontory were.
As well as if a manner of thine friends, or of thine own word.
Any man's death diminishes me, because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never sent to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee.